In this video, we are going to drive this Fiesta for the first time, but there potentially is a problem, maybe.
These Fiesta EcoBoom engines come in 3 power levels, 99, 123 and 140 horsepower. Apparently they're all the same, but are they really?
Our Fiesta is a red edition, which essentially means it has a black roof, black mirrors and black wheels and a few extra bits of trim, but most importantly it means it has the 140 horsepower engine, also known as the YYJB. But finding a YYJB local to us at a decent price point was proven to be difficult.
That is when we came across a very well known Ford tuning company in the UK that supplies brand new Ford Crate engines. They say their engine fits any variant, so surely we can buy any engine and it will work. And that brings us to this. This is our brand new, to us, 123 horsepower M1JH engine, which we're going to get into our car tonight, and hopefully it works.
It better work.
First was to get the Fiesta back into position and prep for its new engine. We once again got the car in axle stands and disconnected the suspension and removed the bonnet.
But before this new engine goes anywhere near our car, there's a few things that need swapped over.
So this is our new scrappy engine. Now they removed this in a haste and they've seemed to have just chopped through everything. As you'll see, there's cut pipes, there's cut wires, but the engine is complete, but we'll have to transfer all the good parts from this engine onto this one before we can get into the car. Now hopefully once that's all done, it'll be a case of just putting the engine back in, plug and play, turn the key and it will drive. So from all the research we've done online, these engines are physically the same. The only difference is a slightly thicker head gasket on the 140 brake horsepower engines over the rest of the models. But we've also seen that there's multiple who've done this swap and put other engines in and they've ran absolutely fine. So we shouldn't actually have any running issues with this. It should just be a plug and play. The head gasket thickness is very, very minimal.
And the compression ratio
the compression ratio is slightly different, but it is very, very minimal.
So realistically,
I don't see there being any issues.
no. Ford's probably just done it as a kind of a bulletproofing thing.
Yeah, they've got to sell a car that's going to last hopefully 60,000 miles, 3, 5, 10 years before it detonates. So they probably just future-proofed it a wee bit, which didn't really work with EcoBoom because they blew up anyway. So when the scrappers removed this engine, they took the manifold off, but what we also did was stripped one of the studs in the turbo, and I can't get it out.
So we're going to have to switch turbos.
Turbos are coming off. So at least that means if there is a difference in turbos,
Yeah.
we're switching that at the same time, but it's just more of a pain in the bum.
More to do.
More to do, but story of our life. Let's keep going. Torque to spec.
Now it was time to mount the gearbox.
Am I doing it right?
Is it in yet?
No. You want to do it?
And of course Stuart got it on immediately.
Oh, hey. That falls off.
Now we could finally get the engine back in the car. After a few last minute parts to go back on, like the AC condenser, we navigated it into the bay and officially bolted it in. The engine's now in. We're going to spend a bit of time now getting all these connections back into the right places. We might have to unplug and plug back in again and reroute things just so it's in the proper location, but we're getting there now.
But we were about to find a massive issue with this new engine.
We found a difference.
A big one.
The engines aren't all the same. So it turns out in 2015, Ford put a cylinder head temperature sensor onto these EcoBoost engines. Pre-2015 engines do not have this.
Some of them did.
Some of them did. This one is one of those engines that didn't have it. So we have a casting mark for the sensor to go, but nowhere for it to go. So the options we have is strip the head off that engine and put it onto this one, or we drill the casting marks, because it's not a hole that goes right through the cylinder head, it's just going to be a hole this depth. So we drill it, tap it, fit this sensor, and it should read the head temperatures.
So obviously, drilling a hole in the head is not something we want to do, but it's going to be a lot quicker and cheaper to do that instead of switching the heads. You see, to switch the heads, it means we would need to retime the engine, and for the specific tool you need to time these engines, it can cost upwards of £1,000. So yeah, not ideal. We carried on with what we could do, because we are still going to start this engine tonight.
Bar the fact that there's absolutely no coolant lines on this, it could be good for a fire up. Very, very quick fire up, because the lambda sensors are just finger tight and there's no coolant lines on it at all. But yeah, we could be ready for fire up.
Okay,
Literally,
on and off.
Crank it off.
Yeah, put my foot in the clutch. You ready?
Why don't the wipers still? No, it's not. No. Okay. So, starter's not turning. Why? No!
You okay?
The ratchet fallen.
So the original starter is definitely goosed. So we're currently swapping it for the one we got with the new engine. So, which I don't know why we didn't just put on. Why did we switch the start motors?
No. I have to crank it.
Okay. Second attempt.
Go. This is more like battery this time.
Yeah. Put it back on.
Go. Did you turn that off? Try it one more time. Did you turn that off?
No, I didn't turn off that thing.
Yeah, because there's no fuel. Keep going. Just keep going.
Do you want me to gear a wee bit?
Yeah.
We'll just plug in the plan. It's all in.
Once more.
Do you want me to turn it on and off a couple of times?
Yeah.
Does smell quite fuely. Very neat. Right, go for it.
It runs!
It runs!
Oh, thank God. Oh. I think that was just the high pressure fuel pump.
Yeah, it just needs to get primed, basically.
That was you revving it that time.
That was me revving it, and I turned it off.
Well, it didn't quite drive, but it's that.
But it's a new week and we're back in the shed to work on the Fiesta again, and as you seen last week we found the issue with a sensor. So Stuart's got the great job this week of drilling. Stuart has the great job this week of drilling out the head to fit this sensor. So that'll be stressful.
Yeah, not for you.
Yeah, but I need to watch.
Just for me. So now we've got to start this engine back. So turbo has to come off, manifold has to come off, airbox has to come off. Hopefully at that point we've got enough clearance to get in with the drill and the drill bit. If not, the engine has to then come back out. Hopefully it can stay in place, that'll also hold it still and we can get this drilled and fitted.
We're not taking the engine out.
Hopefully not.
We're not.
I have made a couple of jigs.
A couple of jigs
To hold the drill centred, but also stop the drilling too far. There's not much clearance in the head we need to drill to, and there's only a couple of mil to a water jacket, so we can't mess this up. I removed the heat shield, which exposed the turbo. Followed by the manifold. With these out the way, I had just about enough space to reach the casting mark where our sensor will be installed. Now we've got to the point where I can get into these. This is the blank that on the head is drilled on the old engine. The new engine it's not. As you can see, everything is there, it's just not been drilled out. So we're going to start off drilling a 6mm hole. The problem is we don't want to drill too deep because there's a water jacket in there. So I've come up with this very safe spacer. Now, that distance is the exact distance I need from this. So what I'm going to do is drill that in. That means I physically can't drill too deep. This is going to hit the block and that means it's time to stop. Once that's done, I'm going to step up to the even sketchier 8.5mm drill bit. And this is my nice spacer. It's not an airline adapter, it's a spacer. That will then give me the right diameter for here to then tap it with an M10 by 1.5 tap. I can then thread this in and we're golden. Okay, the most nerve-wracking part of the project. Got the drill and started to drill in the head. I'm going dead slow and just taking my time. So that's our first M6 hole drilled to the right depth. Now we've got to step it up to the 8.5. I was in full concentration mode. Neither of us would say a word through the whole process. We really can't afford to mess this up. So now we're ready for the tapping process. It's an M10 by 1.5 tap. And after tapping the hole, we are finally able to screw in the sensor. And actually, I don't think I've done too bad a job.
Now that Stuart has finished fitting that temperature sensor, another thing we broke was the boost pressure solenoid. So we got a new one. And what this does, from what Stuart tells me, is it controls the psh, psh, and makes it go room. So.
Disgusting.
You're not nice. You're mean. You're mean to me.
Back to front.
That's not. Don't mess with me.
You did good.
Fitted. So on.
Yeah.
Fitted the psh.
Psh, psh, thing.
Yeah, it makes it go stu-tu-tu-tu.
This car will not do that.
It might.
Not.
It might. Now we can reinstall the manifold.
Front of me. Front of me.
Followed by the heat shield. Then we can mount the front core support. and after plumbing in the radiator, we refilled the coolant and started the car to help bleed the system. And that rattle you can hear, it's a loose gearbox mount. After tightening it up, the noise went away. So we're having a bit of a battery issue.
Yeah, the battery's dead.
Yeah, and we're charging another battery and the jump pack because they're both dead.
So we've got a spare like half an hour, we don't really know what to do. Might as well just fire the rest of the front end back again.
We could finally make the Fiesta look like a car again. We started with the front bumper. Then the headlights. And finally the bonnet. And if we're going to drive it, we'll be needing the wheels.
We're moving.
Hey! It's a bit nicer on the Clio.
This is a lot quieter and comfortable. What's that?
Is these on nappy?
Aye.
Oh, we've not got our seatbelts on. The bonnet's on. Oh yeah, the bonnet didn't close. Okay.
No.
We need to fix that.
Teething problems.
Yeah, there's going to be a couple. Where's the battery there?
Just cut power.
What is
That's out.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, it drives.
Freewheel's back into position. The wrong way.
That's alright.
And is in. Freewheel's nicely.
Yeah. Well, we said we'd drive it.
Hey!
Hey!
Well guys, I would say that was successful.
Definitely.
Ish. We did say within this video to have the car driving, and it is. We drove it.
It drove.
It went well until the end. It didn't go so well. So yeah, the car cut out as we came back into the garage. We had to freewheel it back into here. So evidently we do have some gremlins we've got to take care of.
But that's for next time.
Yeah.
And if you want to see us fix it and turn it into a normal functioning car, then subscribe. And also remember to like the video. Tell us what you think of this thing. And hopefully we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah.